Welcome back, everyone, to the Complete Pineleaf. Since the last episode, I managed to have 2 rounds of quests in Hootbold, which gave me enough rep to get to ally in all the 3 previous areas, which means I still need to work on the Sucrofts to get up to allies there, of course. And naturally, I am also going to need to get to Kindred in all 4 of them eventually. How I did notice that you're able to build the town a lot faster there, so most likely the building phase is not going to be a problem. It's going to be getting the rep, and we are here in Garthfell to start or at least continue on the early phases of the rep for the Sucrofts. Hello there, Yeasling. What's next?
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
You've done much good for Garsfeld, but my curiosity grows as to how much of our once fertile land remains untouched. Outside the town, the half-orcs and Crabine destroy everything we hold dear. If you would, investigate the fields around Garsfeld and see if there are any signs of life, be it crops or any stragglers who did not heed my father's call to seek shelter within the town. All right, I'll see what I can find. And what do you need, sir?
I need your help.
Pineleaf, the time has come to bring the fight to the half-orcs. We can't allow them and the orcs to unite against us in any coordinated fashion. We have struggled hard to hold against the half-orcs alone, and would surely fall if they banded together. Travel to the camp and destroy their banners. Show them that such evil will never control even the smallest part of Rohan. Yeah, right. Let's go and start a standard assault. Hold on, it seems like Yeasling has another quest for me.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
Since your attack on the fields, the Goblin Riders have pulled back some of their forces to the half-orc encampments to the northeast of here. We cannot allow them to regroup and set siege upon our crofts again. Track them and run them down. Go with haste! With haste! Now, do I have all the quests? I hope so. If these are the fields, they're definitely not in good shape. And it looks like the orcs are standing nearby, so the possibility of an alliance between the... Okay, they already have an alliance. What we're trying to prevent is a coordinated attack by the 2 groups. Which I suppose would be reasonable. Was I supposed to kill Crabine here? Oh, but I do see a Goblin Rider up there. See, what do I need to do? Oh, I need to scout areas, burn banners, and defeat those Goblin Riders, one of whom is right up here. This croft has suffered massive damage. Nothing remains here to save. Yeah, that's what it looked like to me, too. This second croft doesn't look like it's in very good shape. No, look at this. Bradcroft. Ravaged livestock corpse. This cow was slain viciously by an armed attacker. Suddenly, an orc strikes! And we'll deal with said orc. But it looks like we need to go to another croft, because this one... Yeah. Nothing left. Ah. Well, that's an orc and not a goblin, but... See, I'm a hobbit. How do I know what the difference is, right? There you go. Alright. Now, to the next croft. This croft also looks like it's not in particularly good shape. Actually, this one looks a bit familiar, isn't it? Oh, yes. This is one I was visiting earlier, I think. Saw those posts from the. Yes, there's widespread devastation on this crop. The crops are completely torn apart. Yes, there is that. Now, we've taken care of that. So now, let's head over this way where I think the orc camp is located. Told you I was just a hobbit. These are the goblins I'm supposed to be killing. The ones that are just outside of the fortress. One down. Because I was going after the wrong ones before. Oh, they're confusing me. Hey, stop jousting me and die properly. Thank you. Ah, and here's the fun little fortification. These blood letters here look nasty. Actually, I think they're the ones that carry torches and do all sorts of nasty things like that. Which means I think that calls for a little bit extra to eat. Here you go. So when he knocks me backwards, half a harvest. You have discovered the main camp of the half-orcs in Garsfeld. You're certain that Yezel will be pleased if many things were slain, so kill half-orc bloodletters, and half-orc archers. In other words, kill lots of half-whatevers. Now, let's see if I can get inside here. One way is here. Right through the front entrance. I know sometimes when I do this quest, I come in through the side. He's the one who had the torch on him, apparently. And there's an archer. And I think there are a few other quests that you get while inside here. So I'll just go inside and see what it is. I think I have to find some food and stuff like that because we all know that they've been doing nasty, they've been stealing the food supplies, so we might as well try to get it back. Oh, before when I saw the other one moving, I thought it was also riled into attacking me, but apparently that is not the case. Good thing these are normals instead of because I know the first time you run into those that have those torches in them are in Rohan, and they do nasty things in there. Saving the crops, yes. And I think there were signatures or something like that, which makes them particularly nasty because now they have more time in which to do this stuff to you. Alright, so now we can now get the crops, rescue the crops, burn the banners, and what does this guy want? Oh, that's just a corpse for loot. I'm assuming it's a lootable corpse instead of a quest item, but just in case, because occasionally a corpse is for. I've been known to ignore a corpse every once in a while, thinking, oh well, it's just a lootable. I don't need it, and then, oops, that was the quest starter. Oopsie daisy. Get through the half orcs pretty quickly. Of course, make sure I take care of the banners, and looks like the banners are all concentrated in this location. Especially when you consider that there are only 8 of them, and so half of them are all concentrated around here. At least 8 of them. Actually, I still need a few more archers. Ah, there's also some food there. So it's a good thing I checked this way. I have to make sure I don't completely get myself turned around because I do have the standards that are nearby that I also want to get. Oh, they're standard. It must have gone right into the middle of the whole mix. Looks like I need only what? One more of each of them? I don't know why it is that the fire starts when he throws his hands away from where I am. It sounds rather weird, but then we are talking about half orcs. They can always do some weird stuff. Right, there we go. That one's burnt. That one's done. We've got more food this way. Just remember, we've got a few more things all over the place. Ah, yes, there are a few banners up. Actually, there's so many banners that looks like I don't need to get them all. Let's see, how am I doing? I've got, yeah, so we've got 3 banners right around here. Hey, maybe I can start that assault by ambushing him. Okay, it looks like I've killed enough. It's just that I need to burn a few more before I'll be done. Surprise! Need a little spear into his gut. And that takes care of that. So it looks like I just need to find one more banner and... Oh, crops! Crops are the more important thing now. Ah, and here is number 4. I'll be done in no time. Well, there, I dealt with some half-orcs.
Our mission is dire.
Excellent. Their defenses are sufficiently weakened now. My men and I will handle this ourselves. Good. And I also saved some crops.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Thank you for returning these to me. I had assumed that they were merely burning our fields to the ground, but I'm glad that some of our crops could be saved. I will have these crops distributed among the people. I guess you first want to make sure that they're not fouled or anyway, but anything like that, but that'll be fine.
Our mission is dire.
Oh, you found orcs there? This is far worse than I thought, Pineleaf. We will soon find ourselves surrounded by the very worst of our enemies. We need to take action if we're to survive. All right. And what do you say, sir? I managed to kill some half-orcs.
You did very well.
They received what they deserved. Well, I suppose that's true. And I burnt those standards.
You did very well.
Good. Those half-orcs will pay for giving us so much trouble. Yep, they will. Ah, what next?
I need your help.
Yeah. Yes. Agorich told me of your efforts to drive the Crabine from the crofts. You aided us greatly, but, as always, the Crabine have flocked back to Garsfeld. When the Crabine first arrived, they came from the west. They were simply a nuisance at first, but you can see for yourself what they have done to our crops. I had the crofters set traps near their homes a few weeks back, but since the goblins and half-orcs raided our fields, the traps have been of little use. If you would, travel out to the crofts and thin their numbers. Also, if you could place bait in the traps, we might find at least some success against those fiends. So defeat Crabine and bait the traps. Anything else? Other than that's it? Okay. Ah, the traps I saw earlier. And now I actually have a use for them. Well, something that I could do with them for a quest. Just kill a few birds. And bait some traps. What do you bait them with? A dead crabine? It doesn't show anything here. Well, I suppose that crabine will probably eat just about anything. I'm sure. As far as I know, they're not exactly known for being picky eaters. So maybe I should just use carbine meat for it. I mean, that'll be readily available after I kill all these birds, right? Right. It all makes sense. Comes full circle. There you go. And that is 3 of those down and 3 of those down. The traps have been set.
Thank you for your help.
Very good. The carbine should no longer pose such a threat to us. The time has come for a discussion about your actions here and about the future of Garsfeld. But for now, you again have my thanks. Alright? And what's the discussion about? It's the setting sun.
I need you to do this.
We cannot deceive ourselves any longer. The half-orcs will continue to hound us at every turn. More carbine will flock here from the west, and with the orcs pushing up from the south, we simply will not survive. Some action must be taken, and while I already know what I feel must be done, I would ask that you speak to 2 of my most trusted soldiers and my son. Go to them and learn their opinions. Then we shall speak again. All right. Let's learn some opinions. Hello, sir. What is your opinion on what we should do now?
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Yisilu wants to know my thoughts? Then he shall have them. Garthfeld will fall. Our foes are too numerous, and no aid comes for us from the Reeve. We should flee to Snowbourne while we still can. Well, that was quite succinct. Albroot's not looking at a very pretty sight, so I have a feeling he's not going to be forgiving of these orcs.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
I'll tell you what action should be taken. We should slaughter our foes, every last one. Yeah, I didn't think he was in the forgiving mood. Yisil is the most seasoned warrior among us, yet here he sits, content to converse as our proud town burns to the ground. Bah! There are more than enough of us to feed any woe we face, but we cower within these walls. I respect my lord, but I have lost my patience. When Yisil is ready to take action, he can tell me himself. Yep, right, 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 right. Let's speak with the sun. Hello there. What's your opinion on what should be done?
Our mission is dire.
My father knows my feelings. I'm hesitant to abandon the town I have called my home for many years now, but I know that our foe will eventually find their way in. Perhaps if we could evacuate the crofters to Snowbourne, we could at least protect them, those that we cannot defend themselves. I do not know for certain that it will do us any good, but tell my father of my thoughts. Very well. I've polled everybody?
You did very well.
Yes. All 3 of them said exactly what I expected. My son and I see eye to eye on the matter. The crofters must be led to safety, for there is no way to hold against these forces. However, with the caravans destroyed between Snowbourne and Garsfeld, many challenges will come with this decision. We have much to discuss. Much to discuss.
I need your help.
The time has nearly come for us to set out for Snowbourne with the crofters. My men and I will remain and hold Garsfeld for as long as we're able. Before we go, I require your aid and some final preparations. Yiesling and I each have a task for you, and one of the townsfolk, a fellow by the name of Langar, also has asked for your assistance. Once these matters are dealt with, we'll depart for Snowboard! Alright. Oh, and what is this task?
I need your help.
Yes, finally, to the south is one of our largest farmsteads. Since we know that the orcs have already begun to invade from the south, I fear for anyone that may be dwelling there. While they resisted my order to seek shelter in Garsfeld, I will not leave them behind while the rest of the crofters depart. Travel to the south and fend off the orcs, at least long enough to see if any have survived. I can only hope that we're not too late. Alright, defeat the orcs and scavenge some orc caches. Alright, and you?
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
I need you to collect food around Garsfeld. We'll need it if we evacuate. Well, you do have a point there, since I know how much Reeves love feeding people that arrive in their area. And
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
yes, I know my father has a great concern over the safety of the people at that croft, but I know not if any could survive the orc assault with simple farming tools. When you reach the southern croft, please search for any survivors. If the orcs are already upon them, I truthfully hold little hope. Yet, with your aid, perhaps they can be saved. All right, I will look for survivors. Ah, and then there is Langar. It looks like I have the first of the provisions. Hello there, you asked for me?
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Yes, you've already done more than the others, as sad as it is to say. These are hard times, aye, but surely we can spare rations for my cat. Do they expect me to let him starve? If you would, grab some rations for me from near the mead hall. The guards are not keen on allowing rations for animals, aside from the horses, of course, so they might get in your way. Best to avoid them if you can, I think. I'll be waiting, and please, this would mean so much to me. Or his cat. Are you saying this town has absolutely no rats? Just saying. Well, I suppose I'll be looking for cat food at some point, but I'm going to meet you at that final croft, which is where we'll be in the next episode of The Complete Pine Leaf.